machines that power America's progress to everyday conveniences for your home, you can put your confidence in General Electric. Fred Waring and the Pennsylvanians for General Electric. A full hour of musical enjoyment representing one of America's great industrial families and planned for your pleasure by Fred Waring.
Hello, everybody, and thanks again for inviting us in. We've brought along some friends tonight, but even if we crowd the living room a little bit, don't send the children to bed as yet, because your extra guests are small, too, and will hardly mind sitting on the floor. You'll see, because later in the show we are forsaking the usual magic of General Electric and its wonderland of modern living for the wonderland of Alice, the March Hare, and the Mad Hatter. Yeah. Tonight, through the enthusiastic cooperation of Walt Disney and his staff, we're presenting the delightful music from the motion picture Alice in Wonderland for the first time in television, and we're introducing you to Alice herself, Kathy Beaumont, and the Cheshire Cat, Sterling Holloway, who came along to help us. Now is the time to gather the children around you, because the promised moment has arrived. The premiere of the wonderful songs from Walt Disney's latest production, Alice in Wonderland. To start us off on the right foot, here now is the man who knows more about the new Alice than anybody else, because he created her, Walt Disney.
Hello, Fred. Well, as you can imagine, we're all steamed up out here over Alice in Wonderland. It's about the greatest adventure in picture making that we've ever had. It's always a challenge bringing a great story classic to the screen, giving visual form to characters and places that have only existed in the imagination. But it's the kind of challenge we enjoy. As you know, there's been 3 girls in my professional life: Snow White, Cinderella, and now Alice. And believe me, they're all different. Snow White was a kind, simple little girl who believed in wishing and waiting for her Prince Charming to come along. On the other hand, Cinderella here was more practical. She believed in dreams all right, but she also believed in doing something about them. When the Prince Charming didn't happen to come along, she went right over to the palace and got him. And now Alice. You know, some people say the mind of a child is more complex and curious than that of an adult. And in this case, I think it's true. Now, while the other 2 girls were concerned mainly with romance, little Alice here is curious about anything and everything. To me, Alice is a great deal like children today. Bright, eager, curious about places and people. It's this curiosity that gets her into all those fabulous adventures in Wonderland. I think we've been able to capture that same wondering, curious, childlike quality about Alice. But here, maybe I can show you what I mean. These are some early animation sketches out of the scene where Alice meets the caterpillar.
Well, of course, we're most proud to have premiered these songs from Alice in Wonderland. They have been arranged by Harry Simeon and Holly Aids, Charlie Naylor, and Keith Texture. The Mad Hatter was Lumpy Branham, the March Hare, Gordon Goodman, the Dormouse, Gloria Mudell, the Queen, Hugh Fleming, the Jabberwocky, Mark Broll, the White Rabbit, Johnny Pedersen, Tweedledee and Dumb were Polly McClintock and Mike Doty, and the Boy with the Sword, Nadine Gay. The Walrus, Herman Hennig, the Carpenter, Ray Sachs, the Duchess, Betty Reynolds. Our thanks, of course, to Kathy Beaumont, Sterling Holloway, and Mary Blair, and to Walt Disney himself. Next week, we present Ringwald's Song of Easter and the First Communion. See you then. In the meantime, remember that the Red Cross needs your help. Give during March so that the Red Cross may give from January to December. Good night.
The Fred Waring Show was directed by Bob Banner. Assisting Fred Waring as conductor was Fred Cully. The settings by Howard Bay and Mary Blair. Choreography by Nadine Gay. The lighting by Ralph Holmes. Script by Jay Johnson. Now, this is Bill Bivens inviting you to be with us again next Sunday when General Electric again presents The Fred Waring Show.
Portions of the preceding program were on motion picture film.